Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty, back with Art of Murder, FBI Confidential. So, I took a glance at the previous part, and I noticed that there were, again, weird video issues. Like, there were times when, like, the character or the cursor would move really slow when they did not do that in the game, like when I was playing. I also noticed more of that flickering, mainly in the library, and again, I have no idea what caused that, because that was not in the game either. I think it has to be this game, because I don't think I've experienced this with other people. Oh, is the porter dead? Oh. I'm worried for the porter.
There's no time for this now.
We have a dead body to find. Show me the dead people. Better be a dead person here somewhere. Well, that's kind of a dead person.
Gotta hurry. No time for sightseeing.
It's like she knows where we're supposed to go, but I don't have any idea. Oh, you're not a dead body. What have you done with the porter's corpse?
Ah, Agent Bonnet. Hear about that knife business again?
I don't think he's the killer. I guess we're supposed to show him the paper.
It's getting a bit old now, don't you think?
Why didn't you say anything about the expedition?
Why would he?
They were tragic events. Best forgotten.
Well, start remembering, because my serial killer is tied into them somehow.
Really? What an idea.
Yes, I also think that you hindered the investigation by withholding important information.
Well now, I can see you're here on business.
I'm always here on business. Don't you know the victims are all on a list?
No, you didn't tell him.
Well, it's possible, I suppose.
It's possible, but you and Branford could be on that list. Aren't you afraid?
What good would fear do? Understand, I settled up with my conscience long ago.
When? When Fairbanks was killed? Or only after Tatum was?
You think it's so easy? And you, little girl, hiding behind an FBI badge. Do you think about all the people slaughtered somewhere in the cold and dark without your knowing?
Yes. I mean, she probably doesn't, but I do.
Yes, and I hate it. I wake up mornings thinking that today someone else will die, and I can't stop it. Now it's even worse. I know who's gonna die.
Not all of them will.
Yeah?
Juan Alvarado, an archaeologist living in Cusco. He didn't join us until Peru.
Juan Alvarado? You keep in touch with him?
Not really.
Were there other people involved in the expedition?
Yes, Vaquero.
Go on.
Vaquero was a local grave robber, an amateur. He appeared when we were totally devastated and on the retreat, offering his help.
And
then he demanded an outrageous payment, and we parted ways with great ill will.
Maybe Akaro's the killer.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an important call to make.
And then he dies in the next room.
Now, if you'll excuse...
I don't quite know what to make of that guy. If he's gonna be a victim, I don't think he's the killer.
gotta hurry.
What am I hurrying to? I'm telling you, there's a dead body in this museum.
There's no time for...
Show me where the body is. Who's this? Oh, is that Branford? Oh, kind of a body. Living body.
It's good we met. Are you waiting for Warren?
We're going out, although I'd prefer to go with you to the concert.
Well, maybe when I finish this case.
He's dead.
I can hardly wait.
I show you the paper?
This is a...
No, it isn't. Ask him about the expedition.
I found out a little more about the Peruvian expedition 20 years ago. Do you, keep in touch with Mr. Alvarado?
No, not for a very long time, but we used to be friends. Why is he of interest to you?
The murders are all occurring within a specific group of people, and Alvarado's part of it.
Yes. Yes, he is. Do you think he could be the murderer?
Well, I don't have any proof to that end.
Do you think then that it's a Koga Pachiros Indian curse?
No.
Neither do I, but if our murderer was on this expedition, and if it's neither Warren nor myself, then it must be Alvarado?
That can only mean it isn't Alvarado.
Why should I suspect a man who lives in Peru of murdering people in New York?
Alvarado was in town at the same time, of course.
What? In New York City? Are you sure?
He called me. I was frightened he was trying to track me down.
Do you know where he is now?
He left a message that he was returning home, back to Peru. I hope it's true.
We'll look into it. Do you have his address?
Is he dead?
Well, he sent me a letter postmarked in Manhattan. Had a photo of his house in Cusco in it with the address and a note. I showed it to Warren this morning.
Photo of your house.
Could I see it, please?
Well, here's the thing. There was a bit of a mess in the museum this morning. They were cleaning the showpieces that hang from the ceiling, and I had to literally push my way through between them. It must have been squeezed out of my pocket then.
Right. I'll find it.
Who sends a picture of their house to someone? I'm making a phone call.
Ruth? Nicole.
Yes?
I need you to check South American flights out of the country in the last 5 days. Looking for a Juan Alvarado, archaeology professor, flying to Cusco, Peru.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Ruth.
Unlike Nick, she answers her phone. Still no sign of the porter.
Gotta hurry.
You say that, but I'm not quite sure where we're hurrying to. Are we supposed to go to the storeroom, maybe? Still think the porter is dead. Someone is dead.
There's no time.
Where are we supposed to go? No, not here. No one moved that vase or closed that display case yet either. You still here, Warren? I thought you would have called me.
Mr. Brantford's waiting for you outside.
Thank you. I'll be leaving now. You're staying here?
This pavilion is such a magical place.
This pavilion.
You sound just like Alan. But I'm glad. It's a good thing.
Creating something like that must require so much talent.
Talent.
And 20 years of hard work.
And grave robbing.
And one day, Haquero arrived and wanted to destroy all this.
This again, eh? No, in the beginning he even seemed friendly.
And then, he wanted to destroy your reputation and you couldn't get rid of him. So he blackmailed you?
What?
What makes you think that?
I found traces of a drug stash down there.
Such a dirtbag. He defiled everything with his dirty little hands.
So he came here to demand his blackmail money?
You know, during the expedition we found a couple of shells of insignificant value and some old Spanish coins. Back then we were young and stupid, We invited tragedy. When the rain started and we realized we wouldn't be able to find the professor, we just wanted to get home as fast as we could. And Vaquero said that because of the diggings, we would have to negotiate with corrupt pen pushers for weeks.
He helped you smuggle items out?
Yes. Oh, they were objects of little significance, and I soon forgot about them.
Did he also smuggle drugs inside exhibition pieces?
No, never. He pushed me to, but I never allowed it.
Did he pressure the others too?
I thought that he murdered them to get at me.
Why didn't you inform the authorities?
What are you talking about? I spoke to your man Chaser about the whole thing.
Chaser, yes, of course. Did you find the legendary city in the end?
Akakor? Well, we thought so, back then. But we couldn't go back again. It all seems like a dream now.
Last thing, are you sure you don't want protection?
Thank you, no. This place is swarming with police.
It isn't. It's just me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an important call to make.
So you keep saying. Where's that freaking thing we're supposed to find? I don't think he's gonna die. This is a shame, because I actually think he's a fairly interesting character. More so than most of the people in this. Still have no idea where this freaking letter we're supposed to find is. There it is.
Here, an antique house in Cusco, hence the dedication. Here.
So I guess we're heading there now? Are we gonna finally get to see a dead body? Phone call. Is it Ruth?
Nicole?
Yeah, hi Ruth.
Alvarado left the country already. Hopped a flight to Peru.
Uh-huh, that's great, thanks. Listen, is the chief there?
Not at the moment.
You know what? Book me 2 tickets on the next plane to Cusco, Peru. Visas for me and Nick, and a hotel.
Be cheaper if you share a room.
Leave me alone.
Does Nick know about all this?
Not yet. I'll call him now.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruth.
By call him, I mean I'll put an origami message on his desk.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Nick, we're going to Peru with this serial killer thing. Call me or Ruth back ASAP. Don't let me down on this.
Meanwhile, we're the ones who did not show up when he wanted to meet with us. This whole going to Peru thing feels kind of weird. I had read about leaving the country in like a review of this game, but it just seems so weird to me. Also, like, isn't the killer more likely to be here, killing people? I'm not quite sure what we're supposed to be doing here. Is Chaser the killer? Is he the professor's long-lost son? Nope.
Only what...
It's so hard to put things down in this game.
Okay, everything's arranged.
Thanks. Has Nick called in yet?
No,
Is the chief back?
Yes, he's in.
I'm not sure what they're trying to do with Nick here.
Shall we? I've got a major update on the investigation.
I'm all ears.
I've established a few facts. All the victims were part of an academic expedition to the Amazon over 20 years ago. Professor Dickinson, his daughter, and another student named Noel Richet all tragically died during the expedition.
Daughter was never found.
Our friend Hakiero helped evacuate the survivors. He also helped them smuggle some minor artifacts out. Of the entire expedition, the only currently living survivors are Warren, Branford, and Alvarado, who is now an archaeology professor living in Cusco, Peru. All are potential victims, and all are potential killers.
Why?
Well, I don't have any real strong evidence yet, but all my leads come back to the expedition.
So something happened down there that 20 years later is causing our wannabe Quartermains to rip each other's guts out.
It's a Quartermain.
Looks that way. I just don't know what the something is. So I'm gonna fly down to Cusco and talk with this Alvarado character.
I can't authorize that. They won't let me. It's about 4 countries outside our jurisdiction.
Look, if he's not the murderer, he might open up to me. I've got a picture with a dedication he made for Branford.
Can I see it? Well, well.
So maybe I'll find out what their little rumble in the jungle was. But if Alvarado is the doer...
Then he had to have been up here for the last few weeks.
And so he was.
Shit, this is getting more and more iffy. Well, we can ask the Peruvian police to do the interrogation.
I've got the feeling I'll have to go and do it in person.
Forget about feelings. We're dealing in facts. Did you do the psychological portrait?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Our killer has a thing for middle-aged, physically fit males. He's of a similar class and income as his victims, except for Tatum. Not sure why he got hit. So, let's say he isn't an acquaintance. Then he's most likely in a position of public trust. Something he can use to get close to his targets.
Like an FBI director.
Policeman or priest, the usual candidates. Even someone like yourself, Chief, or our pal Branford. As for motivation, I reject the ritual aspect. It's a cool gag, but ultimately just handy window dressing.
When do we figure any of this out?
However, the antique gold coins left with the bodies, that's a clear attempt at communication. Or the whole thing could just be Warren stripping down to a loincloth and slaughtering his old buddies.
Warren in a loincloth? Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Warren, I wasn't aware he'd asked you for help, Chief.
Well, Nick was dealing with this case. He should have told you.
No one knows who Nick is.
Warren admitted to me that they'd smuggled out some minor artifacts. Did he say anything like that to you?
No, he was very careful with his words. And anyway, it was only a brief chat on the phone.
Maybe the stuff they smuggled out wasn't so minor.
So they found some really big treasure down there. Someone got stiffed at the share out. And this is a 20-year late reminder?
20 years is a good amount of time for a prison sentence.
So he did 20 because he was framed. Well, that's a revenge motive. But what was he framed for?
We won't know until I go down there.
You're not going anywhere yet, Bonnet. Such a trip has to be well planned.
My flight's tomorrow.
There's no time for that. We hang around with this, and who knows how bad this is gonna get.
You won't save anyone like this.
Listen to me. Listen, you can laugh, but I see a jungle city in my dreams, and at the top of these massive stone steps is a sacrificial altar. And the murderer's there, and he's gonna turn around any second. And when he does, pow!
Oh, for crying out loud, she's giving me dreams now. Go home, sleep. I'm giving you 1 day off. Make the most of it.
Chief!
Don't chief me, just get out of here. Jesus Christ.
No idea, Chief's the killer.
Bonnets, I'm too busy. All right.
Chief is being sus. We're obviously gonna disobey orders and go to Peru. Maybe Nick is dead. No one's seen him in ages.
So, you flying?
Yeah.
You know what, Nicole? Dollars to donuts, Nick will be late for his flight.
Can't we just medicate him and wake him when he's needed?
Send him the address of some dusky cafe in Cusco. Maybe he'll drop by for a coffee.
Huh. Look, just make sure he gets everything he needs for the investigation.
None of which I've given you.
Don't worry. I'll staple the notes to his head if I have to.
You working late again?
Yeah, I think I'll end up mummified here and put on display for future generations of secretaries.
I promise I'll dust you. See you soon anyway.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget the postcard.
I won't. See you, Ruthie.
Sorry.
So we are indeed just gonna disobey orders. Maybe we'll leave and just go straight to the airport.
I made a real ass of myself.
You usually do. I like my new Nick is dead theory. Because that origami note was actually really weird. And why did he ask us to get James' mobile phone instead of just getting it himself?
What the hell am I doing? Chief will can me if I take off down there. Be the shortest career in FBI history. Let it go. A man can only die once. Get packing anyway. Your destination awaits.
He's treating this like a bizarre vacation. Yep, there we go. Why is there a map outside the window?
Damn, but it's good to get away from the city and the crime and all the everyday crap. It feels so fresh down here. I'll take a camera and act like a tourist. Might even fool someone.
What's this thing? Still sound like we're
Where
in
are my
Dallas.
manners? I should... Good morning, senor.
Buenos dias, señorita. Don Diego welcomes you. How was your journey?
Fine, thank you, although I've got this nagging headache.
It's the altitude. You'll soon get used to it.
That's good to hear. I was hoping you could call a taxi for me. I need to get downtown soon.
Great idea, but it's not good sightseeing on an empty stomach, señorita.
I'll be glad to eat here this evening, but I still have the airline food in my stomach.
Oh, hamburgers! Down here, miss, you will learn the joys of a full and rewarding appetite.
Sounds good, but I can't afford a whole new wardrobe right now.
Shame. Men like a fuller figure. I assure you, señorita.
Yeah, I noticed.
Ha ha! Eagle Eye! So, about that headache, I have something for it here.
Tablets?
Oh no, miss. Coca leaves. Chewing them brings great relief from all sorts of pains.
His voice did a thing there.
Don't be afraid to try them.
Well, maybe I will. Thank you.
For sure.
So what are the sights around here?
Oh, señorita. All depends on time. How much have you got? A month? A year?
Oh no, a few days at most.
Then you need a guide. I will arrange one for you. And in the meantime, how about a snack? Something to round out the figure.
It's a long conversation.
Are you going for a longer trip, miss?
Something like that. A friend who's been here before recommended I should try Juan Alvarado. That's a picture of his house. The address is on the back.
Well, I know him, of course. Respectable man, well educated, incredible knowledge.
Sounds great. Could you tell me how to get there?
No, it's not great at all. Lately he's been acting very odd. Doesn't want to see anybody. And for sure not a white senorita. Not good, not good.
Well, now you've worried me, Don Diego. I was really counting on him.
No, don't say that. I have to think about this. Please, come back in a while.
Well, I can always try and reach him myself.
Maybe we'll find him dead or dying. Because we need to get information from somebody. We also need to find that daughter. We're just stealing someone's camera.
I look like a dopey tourist with this camera. Virtual money. Nice place. Kinda antiquated and charming. Relaxed atmosphere. Ideal. Ruth has a great sixth sense. You can't deny it.
I'm not sure that's what a sixth sense is. That's not a closet. I think we got everything we can use here.
It's worth asking for directions to Alvarez's home. It's easy to get lost on these twisting roads.
Just come back in a while and we'll see what's what.
He doesn't want to give us directions. Gosh, there's like 20 places here.
Thank God there's an ATM nearby. I'll need to hit it sooner or later.
Car workshop. Head to the car workshop.
This is not a workshop. It's a scrapyard.
Maybe that's the guy we need to ask for directions.
Great spot for the camera.
Really?
Well, that was... How about I try...
Why say it's a great spot for a camera and then not let me put my camera down there?
62 Chevy Impala. I remember Grandma driving me to town in one of these. I heard that tires are a high energy source for fires. Surely a tire fire would stink, though. If it wasn't for the missing saddle, who knows? I might like to borrow this bike. This must be Jose Santamaria, car stealing neighbor of the Don. Hey, good morning to you.
Bienvenido.
I need a car. To rent?
Certainly. We only have the best models here.
Well, a Jeep will be enough for me.
Oh, I'm afraid no Jeeps at the moment. Gone for warranty service.
May I look around?
Okay, that'll be fine.
I need a car.
Sir?
I need... Open sesame.
Is there anything else we missed examining?
I'd love to have gone for a ride in this car 10 years ago.
Oh, maybe we can show them the picture. too big. I can't see where my mouse thing is.
Why isn't this...
I'm not sure who we're supposed to ask for directions. Hope this part doesn't do any wonky stuff, like flicker. I have enough trouble trying to get viewers. A lot of people in Peru.
Closed shutters. Closed shut...
Oh, back here.
This herb is used to cure, constipation. Chewing them minimizes the headachy effect of the altitude. Why isn't this...
Well, we can't take the leaves. Oh.
A very useful thing.
I don't know what it's used for, but, so where are we supposed to go? Supposed to talk to the director guy? The hotel man? Looked at the strategy guide and it says we're supposed to knock on the door. See? That doesn't even show us that that's a visible place. It shows us this, which I didn't see before, but it doesn't show us this. That's super weird.
Knock knock! Nobody's opening anything. Knock knock! Nobody...
Okay, so now we have to go back to the hotel. Also, the guide explains how you learn about the car theft. So it's a bit nonsensical that she comments on the dude being a car thief before she knows about it. You gotta go talk to the hotel owner guy. A bunch of times. I double-clicked, you're supposed to run.
So, will I be able to see Mr. Alvarado?
Yeah. I will send a boy or go myself and make an appointment for you.
You're acting sus.
Great, I can pay up front. I'll just have to visit a cash machine.
Oh, no, no, no. For politeness, you don't pay with money, señorita. Money from a beautiful woman? This would be humiliating.
I'm afraid I've nothing else to offer you.
Then you can do me a favor, miss.
Okay, I'm listening.
Señorita is a beautiful woman. No man could resist her charms.
This is beginning to sound questionable.
Questionable? No, these words are sincere.
Sorry, I'm just not sure where you're going with this.
Por favor, señorita. This is a respectable place. Ah, you gringos, you're so constipated.
To get back to what you were saying earlier,
Yes. Let me explain. And please, you have my word, there's nothing shady.
I'm all ears.
Now then, there is a garage nearby. One of my previous guests rented a car there. Unfortunately, he disappeared somewhere and did not return it.
Oh dear.
So you can imagine how Jose Santamaria reacted.
Who?
The garage's owner. I was running hotels before he could even walk. And now he thinks he's the big fish.
So what did Santa Maria do?
Ha! He came and took a car belonging to me, and he did it like a criminal. Instead of coming like a man, talking about it over a glass of wine, he just came and stole it.
Surely that's against the law.
I'll not be going to war with him. There's no magic involved in calling the Carabinieri. No, this has to be handled more subtly. I have other ideas.
I warn you now, sir, I won't be involved in illegal actions.
Don't worry, it's nothing like that. Now, Senorita is going on another trip, correct?
Right.
So, you will rent my stolen Jeep from him. Park it here at my hotel, and that's it. The rest I take care of myself.
Surely I'll have to return it to him and pay at some point?
You'll pay for everything up front. That's how it is here. And when you come back from your trip and park, just take a shower or keep busy for a while. I'll take the car back to the garage myself. That's it.
Is this Santa Maria some kind of nut?
No, he's actually quite a nice boy.
Just steals cars.
Okay, if you go and see Alvarado about meeting me, I'll look over at Santa Maria's place.
Please, remember, it's an old Jeep. Please.
Like, this dude does not know I am an FBI agent. He is sending a young woman to do dangerous things.
I'll have to take the money anyway.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
How about I try it?
Ugh. Like, you say you don't want my money, but then you make me do something that will require money, and I don't even get to use the car.
The ATM accepted my card. Let's hope it pays out, too. Got the money. Now back to the workshop.
I might end up saving the meeting with the archaeologist or his body for the next part.
I need a car. To rent?
Certainly.
You want money?
How about I try it one...
There's supposed to be a tripod somewhere. Where's the tripod? Nope. Check the guide and see where my character gets the tripod. Oh gosh, this page reloads all the time. Okay, so apparently we have to go...
I don't see Don Diego's Jeep anywhere.
Yeah, we have to go back to the hotel. We have to talk to Diego again, and then we have to come back here. See, this is just more of that backtracking nonsense. Like, they could have changed it so since we already went to the car shop, it's like, oh, I was at his workshop. I didn't see any Jeeps. And he said he didn't have any Jeeps. He moves around a lot.
There's no Jeeps there.
Oh, yes, but he hides it inside the garage, for sure.
Okay, back to the car dealership.
May I look in the garage?
What for?
I heard you got a 4x4 in there.
No, I don't know. I let my sister keep her photo things in there. Tripods, lights, that stuff.
You know, I'd love to have a picture with you.
Senorita, please. You cannot get any better than me. I'm very photogenic.
Can we do it in front of that Chevy?
Great news.
A tripod would be good. Could you get one from the garage?
Is necessary?
Oh, don't move. That's the perfect pose.
I had no intention.
I'll go grab it then.
He just magically unlocked.
Here's the little beauty.
That is an ancient Jeep.
I can take the photo now. Irreplaceable equipment.
There's that camera.
No, the camera's all good.
I guess we should just be happy they at least have this marked as spot for camera. Space for a camera, whatever.
Okay, smile and cheese. I'll take the camera. Guess what? There's a car in the garage.
Uh-huh. Well, I have not been in there for a while.
Looks like a Jeep.
Oh, happy day.
Does it run?
Why, of course.
Could I rent it for 2 days, please?
No problem. Only $100.
100? I could probably buy it for 50.
And not from me, you couldn't.
But it does work okay?
Yeah, as I say, it will start, but it needs encouragement.
Better not need a puzzle.
So, when?
If I fiddle with it, which will be another $50. 100 all in.
Ah, I understand now. Okay.
Please come back tomorrow morning. The car will be waiting out front.
Forget about it. This is...
Am I not supposed to pay him? Guess we have to go back to the hotel and rest? That better be all we have to do if it tries to make me go back there again.
Oh, señorita!
Uh-huh. So now what? I need something called a bearing. I have no idea where that is. I think we picked something like that up. Okay, so we do in fact have to go back to the garage yet again. Why does she sometimes not go when I click? not even sure why I need this item.
A very useful.
Yeah, there's supposed to be an item here. There it is. I can barely see that. It's like a safe dial.
Irreplaceable. They don't. Only.
How much to use it for? It said use it for the money. Oh, I'm getting so annoyed. Look at this page. It keeps crashing. This is so needlessly complicated.
It's not that. Why isn't the.
Oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed.
Here you go. $100.
I tried to hand him the money, it didn't work.
Can you put it in my pocket? I have dirty hands.
No way, Jose.
Okay, but no money, no car.
I'll leave it under this thing here.
Okay, if you prefer cold metal.
That was dumb. Gosh, why is she walking? I double clicked.
Great news!
What?
Great news!
Okay. So, I am going to end this part here. I'm hoping that the next part will be more exciting, because we might find a dead body or finally get some information. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for all the issues that this Let's Play has had. Like, I didn't even know about like the flickering thing, and I don't know how many episodes that's even in. I don't normally watch these back, but bye for now.